What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology Retold action spawning in the blue color, playing as the only build dwarf Norse civilization. This is what this is now called. His name is Ourk. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. Odin is allowed to build gatherers, by the way, so not the only build dwarf civilization. Oh, we screwed it up already. His name is AC. This is the road to rank 1, the race for top 1, the race for the highest seed possible in Red Bull Wallow. We've got 2 hours remaining before the seeds are locked in. These players are going at it hard to get as high on the ladder as they possibly can. But in all honesty, I don't care about any of that because we are watching this civilization, which Ourk is playing, now aptly known as the only build dwarf civilization. And I'm excited to watch this. And I'm also excited to see players starting to do this as well, which is something which I know I've got a friend out there. His name's Joey Bads, and he was telling me about this day one. And I was like, dude, no one's going to bother doing this. This is silly. And then, you know what? I tried it myself, and guess what? It's not silly. It's just very, very good. The problem with it is you're trading scouting time in a really, really big way. Look at the map for Ourk. Look at the map for AC. And this is a big thing. This is a big thing. Scouting is really, really important. Not necessarily to be able to know where all the hunt is or anything like that, or all the gold is or anything. That doesn't matter that much. But really what matters is herdables. Amount of herdables here. So AC, he should be able to get the vast majority of them. And we also see a very forward temple from AC. And this goes into some ideas for Odin in this matchup to find an advantage, because if you're going to be playing this opening build order, which Ourk is doing, you're going to be looking for a 4-minute advance time. And guess what? AC should be going much faster than this if he wants to get anything done. Harassing these villages straight away with a forward temple is very, very smart. But the thing is here, look at Ourk. Ourk's going to have his temple down. He's a little bit late on that advance here. He's going one too many villages. He did not need to. He's going to get himself out of Berserker here. But he's going to be going for a 4-minute and 9-second advance is what he wanted. Slight amount of idle time in that town center did cause a slightly delayed advance, but it should be completely fine. We're seeing Freya coming through for both players. With AC being in the center of the map here with this temple, he will be able to get that Valkyrie into his opponent's base very, very quickly. But the problem is that he's not advancing fast enough. Especially with utilizing herding here, by whacking those herdables in underneath the town center, you can very easily get yourself a 3:30 advance time here with Odin. And I think it's very, very necessary in this matchup. Otherwise, all you're doing, and if we take a look at it, all you're doing is playing from behind villager-wise. And I mean, one thing that I absolutely love here from Ourk is it's not necessarily an innovation. This is something that players did a lot in the early days. But the idea is, he needs an ox cart. Please, ox cart. One ox cart. One ox cart for Ourk, please. There we go. So, as we see a Valkyrie popping out here as well. But the innovation or whatever, the extra thing that he's done here is he's gone for that Berserk. And he's going to be able to move around the map, scout everything out. He's scouting with 2 Berserks at the moment. He's making her, sir. He did get hit with Forest Fire, but the Dwarves can just move onto a straggler tree. They're going to be completely fine there. And the Valkyrie can move forward and start pushing back. But Ourk getting caught out here. He's not paying attention to that Valkyrie. Meanwhile, over here, the Berserk's still scouting around, trying to find something, and he's about to lose the Valkyrie. This is absolutely huge for AC as the Valkyrie retreats underneath the town center. Will he get sniped down? He does end up getting sniped down, and AC is going to be able to escape out of here. And what I love from AC right now is to keep that Valkyrie alive and just heal it back up. That's going to be absolutely huge. But let's take a look at the armory right now. We see 2 armory upgrades through, and Ourk here, he's only in front by 1 villager at the moment, or 1.5 villagers. So it's not a huge advantage, as the Berserks here scouting the entirety of the map. He's going to be able to know where everything is, which is very, very important. Another thing he could do, if he really wanted to, with those berserks, is start harassing animals and snipe those down, as we do see the berserk going to be looking in to try and get some damage done onto those villagers there. A little bit of snipey snipes as the raiders coming in underneath the town. So that's a technical term, snipey snipes, as the villagers do turn around and snipey snipe back that berserk there. Shanks, get that shank in there. As the population differential is quite significantly in favor of AC right now. But what's he making is the big question. Because just because you get to the population faster and spend your resources, you still got to get some pressure, and otherwise your opponent can counter your unit composition. We see a lot of Hursa in, and one or two of those throwing axemen. So what can you build here? Possibly a whole bunch of throwing axemen would not go astray here for Ourk. Possibly. We'll have to wait and see how it's all going to go. As one Valkyrie comes out, we'll be able to heal these units up. Still got a pretty big road in front of him to kind of catch up in terms of military at the moment as well. And part of the problem, a big problem actually for Ourk in this matchup right now. And this is one thing that I didn't really mention at the start, but I have been mentioning with this strategy that Ourk's going for. The weakness of this is you're going to run out of your gold mine really, really quickly. We've got AC at the moment, 1,200 gold remaining versus 500 gold remaining. So that's a significant difference in terms of gold remaining here. So, but Ourk does have himself 1,500 gold inside of his Dwarven gold mine. So it's not all bad, but he does need to really push himself up to max population before he pops out in his base at the moment. So we do see a cheeky berserk trying to go after a house there. He will be able to kill that off. It's doing 5 damage an attack there. 5 damage every 0.7 seconds. It will kill that one off relatively quickly there. As the units going to be dropping down more houses. One thing also important, and I think does get forgotten quite a bit when playing Norse, if we take a look at what AC is doing, he's already starting to do this. But it is something that gets kind of forgotten when playing Norse, because your units are always doing something. Your infantry are always doing something. But definitely, as your economy expands, you definitely need more stuff. You need more buildings. You need more houses. You need more things. So it's really important to continue putting those down. As medium infantry is in, how are the armory upgrades looking for both of these players? It's looking like Ourk is just that little bit in front at the moment, as we do see the Dwarven gold mine gets down 15, only 1,000 gold, not 1,500. I told a lie. I'm good at telling lies. But 1,500 in the main base there. Forest Fire getting dropped down there by Ourk. That's going to force AC to step back here, as his raiding cavalry will be pushing forward to get a little bit of a good fight started at the moment. The big question is who is going to be able to win this fight? This will be determining the game here. Ourk has the army quality, but AC's got the army numbers at the moment here, as the throwing axemen are going to be taking out each other on the back here as well. There's only one Valkyrie on this fight, which is a big problem here for Ourk, as those Valkyries will be able to clean up all of the throwing axemen on the back. Population differential here, though, pretty close. Ourk, he did take a decent fight here, I think, after all is said and done. And now he just needs to get himself out some Valkyries and try and continue to take good fights moving forward, because AC here, I mean, he's got to also get himself out armory upgrades, and he does not have an armory just yet. So the closer Ourk can get population-wise, military value-wise, the better position he's going to be in. But if we take a look at the problem here for Ourk, he's just run out of gold. He does have 600 in the bank, but he has run out of gold here. And he's going to continue pumping out dwarves as he does start moving over onto this gold mine. But here's the thing. AC should have the entirety of the map scouted. He's got these ravens in the wrong spot, though. He's got to move those around, have them on this gold mine, have them on this gold mine, maybe even patrol between this position and this position so he can check both of those. Because Ourk, if he really wants to be tricky, he can just come over onto this spot here. But he doesn't know that it exists. Okay, never mind. That's classic Thor. Good snipe there from AC, though, as the game is still very close. It's very much in the balance here, but Ourk, I mean, AC's got to be thinking at some point. There's got to be the villagers. Wait, does he see it with his own raven? I don't think he does. He's got to be thinking, where is Ourk getting gold? Because this is all that really matters in mythology, in Age of Myth, in the mythology game. is gold. If you hold gold, if you mine gold, means you can build villages. I mean, not villages, army. If you have no gold, you cannot build army. So it really just comes down to that. And we'll see if these players are going to work this one out or not very, very shortly. As we see AC, and he will be coming over onto this position here. Ourk not reacting just yet. Will he hit the gold mine? Yes, he will. The villagers get spotted here. And Ourk here is going to be in for a bit of a tricky situation. He could convert these guys into berserks here, which actually isn't a terrible idea, and then go for a counterattack. Big conversion on dwarfs into a counterattack is something I've been seeing recently. I'm going to tell you it's not actually a terrible idea because they only cost 30 gold, right? To convert them into dwarves. The dwarves into, is it 30 gold? Or do they cost? Actually, I'm not sure. Doesn't tell me. Someone in chat, tell me, how much does it cost for a dwarf to get converted into a berserk? So it is 30 gold. Okay. I thought maybe it would be a bit weird because the whole idea is, I think, behind the conversion cost is that you spent 50 food on a gatherer and there's 30 gold remaining, right? So I thought maybe you would convert into a berserk for 30 food if you build the dwarves. Anyways, nonetheless, units coming through, and Ourk here, he's going to have to take this fight, but he's got no counter to those raiding cavalry here. We'll see who's going to be able to win this one. There's a huge army advantage at the moment, as a little bit of mismicro here from both players, in all honesty, as it looks like Ourk's army is getting absolutely cleaned up in this game, and Ourk here has to tap out as 12 minutes, 12 seconds of this game. I mean, can we be completely honest? I think that, wait, were there armory upgrades? There were no armory upgrades. I think Ourk had a really good opportunity here to just convert into berserks and go all in. This is something that I'm a little bit worried about in this Norse mirror, because once you get, I mean, it will make for a very fun game. So I'm not that worried about it. It's just going to be a meta shift. If it's actually good or not, I don't know, but it's just an idea to try out for Norse players. But the idea is once gold mines expire and you can take that fight, there's really, like, it doesn't matter if you lose villages. So you just want to win the fight, because if you get in front on the military, then you get gold control, then you win the game. So it makes a lot of sense to go in this sort of a fight, if you're on the defense like Ourk is, to just convert a whole bunch of dwarves at only 30 gold. You can convert 10 for 300. Look at the, you could convert 20 dwarves into berserks here, and then very easily win this fight, and then push in and then kill off this. So it would be, oh, it's 20 food. Okay, it is 20 food. Is it 20 food, really? Okay, anyways. Nonetheless, he has the resources in the bank to do this. So it would have been a fantastic idea to go for that sort of an idea, that sort of a play. And at the very least, he wouldn't have to resign here. He would have won this fight, and then he's going to be able to push forward. Plus, he's already got medium infantry. Plus, he's already got those armory upgrades. So it would have been a really good idea. Anyways, throwing ideas out there for these guys to go out and test. I don't know if it's good or not. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this game, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.